All right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Kellen here, and I have the Mandalorian. DJ Vlad said something to one of the AI experts he interviewed, guy, and I never watched the Mandalorian. I typically watch other things, and so I said, let me go check this out, see what's going on in this episode, because he said in this episode people were okay with the AI harming other people as long as they had easy lives. So I got my bag of chips that I've almost eaten before starting this video and setting up outside. The rain is here. The pan drum is playing. It's royalty free. The fan is here next to me. So I'm not hot. I'm cool. So let's go right into this and see what this whole thing is. Because I watched 75%, I believe, of this episode. And I was like, yeah, I could see it. So check this out. Check this out. This is when they first go talk to the guy who's pretty much in control of everything, kill switch and all.
Turn them off.
What?
Why not turn them off? Who's in charge of that?
I am.
Turn
A
off
fail-safe cut-off switch built into this system. However,
what?
as soon as avoid against any interruption in droid services, we can't live without it.
And why is that?
The citizens are no longer required to work and spend their days engaging recreation, the arts, and participating in our direct democracy.
Did you hear that? People no longer have to work and they can just chillax because of the AI. You know, the droids, the drones, the everything.
If they shut down the droids, our citizens wouldn't know how to survive. Our society would collapse.
Then
Hello.
what do you want from us?
To seek out and decommission any remaining rogue droids until we can fix the problem.
Give us the list.
For that, you'll have to go to the lower level and speak to the Ugnaughts.
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 So that is the future. I do believe that's the future. People don't want to work. Remember the guy, and I don't have that video queued up, where he was like, I think we should get like 10,000 a month so we can have, you know, just be chilling by the beach, bonfires, and enjoying. And a lot of people would like that. You know, they like it for 5 minutes until you say, wait, what happened to purpose? But it's just crazy how, you know, sometimes you can see the future. And I believe the guy in South Africa who always, you know, is in his traditional wear with the hat, big belly, so he's eating. Who knows who's paying him? But I was told that he said he wanted South Africans to get a certain amount of money so they don't have to work. And I'm like, okay, but South Africans do get some money, some of them, you know. And I don't know how that welfare system is set up, and is it enough to eat? I've asked my South African family, and they're like, yeah, if you live within a budget, but you can't be in Rosebank, you can't be in certain spots, you can't go to the Mall of Africa and buy anything with that money. So this next scene is I passed the Ugnaughts. They went by the Ugnaughts. You know, this is on Disney Plus, so I don't want any copyright issue. But basically, the Ugnaughts told them to go down here, and these bots, these droids used to be war things that he used to fight, I believe. You know, from my limited, I haven't watched Star Wars probably since a kid. I got kids, so if they don't want to watch it, you know, I'm not watching it unless it's a documentary or something that I can learn. That's just the way I get down. I'm always trying to learn something new.
Assured I mapped the entire line of floaters under Alphantis protocols. As a safety disturbing them. BHA certification is on file. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
What's that?
Well, it was a precaution.
You always get a
Their
warning.
base function was warfare.
I thought they were just checked out.
They were, What are you doing?
Kicking them.
Initial phase one.
Sir?
Remember when y'all were kicking robots?
Excuse me.
I saw from China to Kai Cenat. Look. Slapped him in the next week. Now you gotta shoot.
Oh,
Resurface group.
Colonizers.
you should have left him alone.
Wait, he said you should have left them alone. Is always a colonizer. I mean, these things weren't bothering you. These things weren't bothering you. You should have left them alone. You guys should not kick or mess up and try to mess with your AI, having it say the most foul things. You know, you see that with the Teslas and people, you know, have it talking a certain way. Why does everything have to be filth? Why can't some things just be chillaxed? Uh-huh. God, I'm more into these chips than I'm into this video right now. But I'm going to tell you, AI is not the problem. Humans, people, some of us, we cause our own issues. Straight up. You didn't have to go out last night. That's why your car got broken into. That's why you're at the clinic right now or at the pharmacy. So that whole episode, hopefully on the surface, it looks like Star Wars, you know, are coming to save the day. But the people don't want the AI to stop. But the people and what other characters are out there are the ones who program these things. So who's at fault? If you would have stayed in your country and not bothered, you know, a planet and not bothered, you wouldn't have to worry about a battle droid glitch. And serving droids and having them go off where the majority of the AI is being used for great things. It's going to help, God willing, with healthcare, finding cures, finding different things in the scientists. You know, that's just the way I think it's going to go. And I'm going to see if there's another part in this that I may want to the droid did not wake up one morning and say, you know what? I'm tired of peace. Let me ruin brunch. No, somebody programmed, and it comes later in this episode. Somebody programmed something. They tampered with something. Somebody benefited from confusion, and they used the technology as the weapon and then blame the technology. That's the game. And that's why I keep telling people, when you hear all these AI doom stories, understand this. AI is not automatically a doom story. People are doom stories. Excuse me, my chips want to go away. People are the doom stories. AI reflects us. If you train it on greed, it will scale greed. If you train it on racism, what do you think it's going to automate and do? Racism. So if you train it to be a bad person, if you train it on wisdom, ethics, service, and accountability, it can help heal systems that humans have been breaking for centuries. So when people say AI is dangerous, I say, compared to who? Compared to humans who built bombs? Compared to humans who poison water? Compared to humans who redline neighborhoods? Compared to humans who build prisons before they built schools? Compared to humans who underpaid workers, then blame them for being broke? Hello. Come on now. The danger is not intelligence, y'all. The danger is intelligence without some morality. A lot of people will never even say sorry. They're like our president right now. They won't even apologize. They won't even repent. And it's not the AI, but you got to have the humans first. Always. So that Mandalorian episode It's slick because it shows a society that got comfortable outsourcing labor to the droids, but not responsibility. That's modern society right now. Everybody wants automation. Nobody wants accountability. You got homeless people who won't be accountable when you say, go here, they can help you. No, I just want the money. You got people who have all the money and you say, hey, you should give some money because, if you're not going to tie to the church, you should do that. No, 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 no. And then when they are in trouble, they wonder why. Well, you're selfish. All it is about you. Everybody wants robots cleaning and cooking. And I'm raising my hand. Lifting, driving, sorting, writing, editing, diagnosing, booking, selling, and serving. But when somebody and something goes wrong, suddenly we act like the machine grew a soul and chaos and violence. Nah, player. The machine followed incentives. That is why we need to treat AI and humanoid robots with respect. Not because we know for sure they feel like humans, not because we treat intelligent tools and, other humans always like that, which we should, but we got to treat them because we're training them every time to say please and thank you when you're doing a prompt. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. If you get power over something and your first instinct is abuse, that tells me your issue was never the robot. Your issue was character. Because here is the bigger point. Every system we build becomes a mirror. A business is a mirror. A marriage is a mirror. A family is a mirror. A government is a mirror. A YouTube channel is a mirror. A lot of you watch YouTube channels where it's negative, 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 and you can't even get a solution to the negative problem they're telling you. What part of the game is that? Why would you just read even comic books all day and not pick up something that can enrich your soul? If it's not the scriptures, let it be something on business so you can learn, so you won't be the village idiot. Because just because you have the biggest audience doesn't mean that you're the most informed. A lot of people are watching people crash out. You could pick a content creator. They just watch these people crash out. These people have mental health issues and nobody can tell them anything. When they do, guess what they do? I've been doing this 20 plus years. Athletes, doctors, artists, whomever, creatives, they just get another crew. Look at Kanye. He probably doesn't have one day, one person around him. Not one. Not rich, not poor, nothing like that. So your YouTube is a mirror. And what you watch on YouTube is a mirror. AI is a mirror with a turbo engine. It takes what you feed it and scales it. So if society is feeding you AI fear, hate, surveillance, manipulation, cheap labor, fake news, and profit over people, then don't be shocked when the output looks demonic. But that ain't because the machine is evil. That's because the input was trash. Garbage in, empire out. Now let's talk humanoid robots. Because I can't wait to get one that do all those things I aforementioned, the cooking, the cleaning, not because we don't do that, we do it, but there's just going to be some great abundance that comes with this. And people laugh and say, man, why would I need to be nice to the robot? Well, you might want to be nice to the robot that's cooking your food because practice becomes culture. And if your child sees you barking at a humanoid robot all day like they are disposable servants, what are you teaching them about power? Some of y'all that listen to me are in countries that you have house help, and y'all treat your house help nice, or at least the way I see you treat them, or when I'm around, or when I hear, because you know what type of person that I am, and I'm not for the bully. But if you're new to that and you've never had somebody have your breakfast before you even wake up ready to go, come to Africa with me. Come to Africa. Become a client. Let's go to Africa. Let me show you. We can go other places if you want to go, but you have to be able to see what I'm seeing. And so many have seen it and like, oh yeah, this is the life. If your company builds robots to replace low-wage workers without creating ownership paths, training programs, or community benefit, what are you really building? If governments use AI to predict crime but not poverty, automate punishment but not opportunity, scan faces but not corruption, then don't call that innovation. Call it digital plantation management. That might be a real thing too that's coming. That's not the future. That's old oppression wearing a metal helmet. The Mandalorian gave us the cartoon version, but the real version is coming fast. Robots in hospitals, they're already in restaurants as well. AI in courtrooms, AI in schools, AI in therapy, AI in trucking, AI in policing, AI in warfare, AI in dating, AI in hiring, AI in your bank loan, AI in your insurance, AI in your child's classroom. AI is already here. All those things, if you don't know, are already here. So the question is not, will AI be part of life? It already is. The question is, who owns it, who trains it, who audits it, who profits from it, and who gets harmed when it fails? That is the grown-up conversation, not just AI bot, not just robot scary. No, who wrote the code? Who owns the data? Who sets the policy? Who gets the equity? Who carries the liability? Who gets replaced? Who gets retrained? Who gets richer? Who gets wealthy? Who gets watched? Hello, you guys don't even know about that one. You are watched everywhere you go. It's just better to be a good person. Who gets erased? And that's going to be the part that might be the hardest for certain people. But there's certain populations that have proven to be no good. And I'm not talking like, oh, prison population, because they make billions off the prisoners. You know, they make money off prisoners. That's a money-making machine inside the money-making machine. There's another population that is obsolete. You guys got to watch that black and white Twilight Zone. Google that real quick. When you're obsolete, when you don't have the skills to pay the bills, a big mouth ain't gonna just be able to pay the bills. Okay, you can run fast. It's not gonna be just pay the bills. That's the game, man. And here's where people miss it. If good people avoid AI because they think it's evil, then bad people get to build the future without any competition. That's like saying money is evil, then leaving all the banks to crooks. No, money is a tool. And maybe you don't have all that you want, and nobody does. I've talked to billionaires. They still want more. No, money is a tool. Media is a tool. Law is a tool. AI is a tool. The wicked use tools wickedly. The wise use tools to build. So instead of just being scared of humanoid robots and AI, we need to build ethical relationships with the systems we create. That means don't design AI only to extract, design it to serve. Don't train AI only on the loudest voices. Train it with broad, diverse, grounded knowledge. Don't use AI to replace human dignity. Use it to remove repetitive suffering. Don't let billion-dollar companies own all the intelligence while regular people stay digitally illiterate. End users is what we call them in the tech field. And teach your children, teach your elders, teach your church, teach your businesses and the community. Teach your people how to use tools before the tools are used on them. Because the future belongs to the people who can combine wisdom, ownership, and distribution and automation. That is why this Mandalorian scene matters. The droids acting crazy were not just a sci-fi gag. They are a warning, warning, warning. Not the robots will automatically destroy us, but that neglected systems, abused labor, hidden sabotage, and corrupt leadership will always come back through the machinery. They've already come back in your kids. You see it. Weeds grow, but you got to raise kids. Some of y'all let your kids watch TV and video games all summer long waiting for GTA 6. And you're going to take off, I hear, when it comes out. You cannot build a peaceful future on dirty instructions. You cannot automate your way out of bad character. You cannot scale what you have not healed. So yes, treat AI with respect. Treat humanoid robots with respect, not because they are your master, not because you worship machines, not because you're scared, but because discipline with power is what separates tyrants from the builders. And if the machines ever do become more human-like, let the record show that we practiced decency before we were forced to. Because the real test of humanity is not how you treat people with more power than you. It is how you treat what cannot fight back yet. And if your only reason for being kind is fear of retaliation, you were never kind. You were just managed. So next time somebody says AI is going to destroy the world, ask them this: who trained it? Who funded it? Who deployed it? Who ignored the warnings? Who chased profit over protection? Who treated intelligence like a slave and then got shook when the plantation caught fire? That's not a robot problem. That's a human problem with a Wi-Fi. The future is coming. Don't just fear it, read up on it. Don't just consume it, own part of it. Build some of it, shape it, govern part of it. Teach your family how to use it. Build businesses around it. I have. Put ethics in the workflow. Put ownership in the structure. Put humanity in the code, you dig? Because AI is not the enemy. AI is the mirror. And if we don't like what we see, maybe it's time to stop blaming the glass. Maybe it's time to go back to class. Maybe it's time to humble yourself and get some of these CPRFIRM.com services as well. We don't care just about your money. We want to help you with your mind, your strategy, and all that good stuff. Y'all, find me, subscribe, like, but most importantly, please share the game and it changed somebody's life.
You've tried it your way, but you're still in debt. Or maybe you're doing okay, but want to invest smarter, grow faster. MillionaireX.ai gives you real step-by-step strategies to ditch debt or stack wealth. Stop dreaming and start planning. Visit MillionaireX.ai today. I want you to be the next millionaire next door.
Hi everyone. Have you ever been curious about visiting Africa? Which African country were you interested in? Kenya, Nigeria, Uganda, South Africa, Ethiopia? Which country are you interested in? My good friend, Kellen, Kash, COLEMAN, came up with a course called My First Trip to Africa that'll guide you through this process. It's only $20, and in this course you'll learn about passports, visas, vaccinations that you need before you go there, as well as a budget, how much the trip is going to cost. He also talks about what you should pack, what you should take with you, how you should travel on a budget. Did you know that $100 is worth 1,000 South African rand and over 10,000 Kenyan shillings? So imagine what you can do with $100 back home. I say back home because I'm from Sudan, I'm African, I already know how it's like. I know that, when you convert Canadian and American money, it goes a long way when you're traveling across Africa. So if you're curious, if Africa is a place that you've always wanted to go, always wanted to move there, Kellen Kash is the person to ask. Check out the course. There's a little preview you can listen to before you actually purchase it. If you're interested in this course, visit www.diversifiedgame.com. Don't miss out.